what's going on, y'all? It's us again,
That's right.
and and welcome to Real Talk Focus. The episode is called Fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah, fighting. Yeah, whack, whack, whack. Hit him. Mike Tyson. No.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hit him with the bombs.
Yeah, there you go, bro. And then so to let y'all know though, fighting is always gonna be in our lives.
Yep.
I was born to fight.
Yep.
I'm ready to fight, and I'll fight till I leave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just keep dodging.
And then, wow, you get knocked out.
You get knocked out on the floor. And it happens a couple of times.
Yeah.
But Cesar, to let you know, every time we get knocked down, people like us get right back up.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's how life
Exactly.
is.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to be able to, roll with the punches, man. Roll
Yes.
with the punches. Sometimes those punches hit hard, but then, tomorrow's another day.
Yes.
Roll with the punches, but tomorrow's another day to get back up. Or even like, I like to, go back to like Friday.
Oh,
You know
let's
the
do
movie?
it. Let's
You
do
know
it.
Friday?
Yeah.
When in the movie he was like, the dad was, he said to Craig, he
Right.
walked into the bedroom and he's like, "What are you doing with that gun?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I need it for protection." And he's like, son, you don't need that for protection." He's like, "Oh, you kids now are just pussified," he said.
Right.
He said,
Yes.
"So quick to pick up a gun."
Yeah.
He's like, "Back then in my days, all we had was this."
Yep.
He's like, "You live, son. What did he say?"
Oh man, I forgot.
I forget,
bro.
but he was like, you win some, you lose some,
Yes.
but you live. You live to fight another day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is 100% true. It's 100% true.
Right.
Like Donnie was just saying, we go through cases where life's a fight. Sometimes we get knocked down really bad,
Yeah.
and we have to be able to receive those knockdowns, and be able to accept them, and reflect. Let it reflect. Let us help us to reflect, and come back stronger the next time. Come back a little bit wiser, a little bit smarter, and a little bit more focused. And being prepared and knowing what to watch out for next. If he's coming with that left hook, you know what to do. You know which way to go. And that's the same thing with life. If you know a certain situation's coming at you, then you know what you have to do to avoid it. You know what you need to do to go around it or do something different so it doesn't result in the same, knockdown that happened before.
Right.
And but other than that, it's at times, there's we need to learn how to be able to, accept that fight.
Yes.
How it comes.
Right.
Sometimes it's, I believe that sometimes knowing how to fight physically kind of helps, and then
Yeah.
even like, I'm not saying you go out there and pick a fight. with
Right. No,
somebody,
we ain't saying that.
but it's like it's good to know that, to know yourself very deeply, even if it means, I would say joining in, to like a little, like a boxing class or something like that teaches you self-defense. I think it helps to get to know yourself better, because you get to know yourself better in those situations where maybe it might happen, maybe because there's people out there that might pick on you, might, for some reason they're just very angry, and knowing how to defend yourself is something great, so it also applies in life, just in general, what happens to us in life within our struggles, how we receive our struggles, how we deal with struggles, but also in a different sense of physical, fighting.
Yeah.
It's good to know how to protect yourself and
Right.
know yourself in those situations, because you never know what kind of situation might come your way, and you can't be scared. You can't be scared from a real fight, even to a fight that happens within your life or certain situations that come your way. You can't be scared of them. You can't be scared to take chances. You can't be scared to fight for something different, for that you want for yourself. Even if it's something that you never done before, something that's very intimidating,
Right.
to you, fight for it. Fight for progression, to overcome those fears, or those something that you struggle in. Fight for that. So, like I said, in the real life, when certain situations bring your way that you have to fight through, but also knowing how to protect yourself if it comes to something physical. You know, again, it's not something I'm saying that we should all have to fight somebody or go out there. No, I feel like it's okay to experience that. Because it's just part of life, especially in this society. You'll deal with people like that. They're unfortunate, just very, very negative, and they're just set in their ways. And sometimes those people just choose to be confrontational and want to hurt. And knowing even how to defend yourself, not even knowing, I'm not even saying just hurting somebody, but defending yourself in a certain way, that builds strength, within yourself, knowing yourself that way. And, I see a lot of guys doing it. I see a lot of guys training to, know how to grapple or just know how to box good or knowing how to defend. It's just about training. It just falls all into place, training yourself physically and also training yourself within your own life and in certain situations that might come your way. You can train yourself both ways. So knowing how to fight in both sense,
Yes.
on both sides, it's just something I believe that is something that builds within yourself, that creates strength within yourself and confidence too in the long run.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
has there been
that's
any
awesome.
times where you felt you needed it, whether it was a situation in your life that you needed to fight through, or somebody that came up to you and was
Oh,
like literally
man.
pushing your buttons, and you're like, oh no, I gotta, you get that little turn in your stomach, like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
shoot, I'm about to fight,
Yeah.
But whatever
Oh
situation.
man, there's so many stories.
Yeah, I mean, well,
A few of them I should say, but one of them, when it comes to the fighting, I knew since I was born, in this world I had to fight, and I say that because, being a minority, being mixed with black, my dad's Southern,
yeah,
born and raised in the South. My mom's from the West Indies.
nice,
And so, so I came into this world. The first thing I knew was like, okay, being mixed with black, I know I gotta fight.
right,
I knew it
yeah,
in this world. So, incidents like when I got my first job at McDonald's, been called the N word
right,
many times. Do
Yeah.
drive through,
yeah,
and they just take off,
yeah,
because they drive when they said it,
right,
At the gas station, been called the N word
yeah,
after they leave the gas station after I pump their gas.
right,
Many times. Been harassed by cops a
Right.
few times.
yeah,
Even a cop called me the N word.
right, yeah.
So I've been through this stuff,
right,
you know.
yeah,
That's just one perspective of a fight.
right,
The other aspect is, to bring it up, like, being this broke and struggling is a
right,
fight.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
exactly,
Because, I was raised on welfare checks and Section 8,
yeah, right,
getting evicted on Section 8, living with
Yeah.
moms,
yeah,
So that's also a fight, because struggling every day.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
yeah,
So I had to go through that as well. Man, I remember I was going to college, and this is another fight, but it almost became physical.
yeah,
But it was like this big dude, he's a little bit bigger than me, of course, because I'm a small cat. I'm a small dude a little bit, I admit it.
yeah,
But you can't underestimate people,
yeah, yeah, for sure,
So I was just minding my own business, just doing my homework in the cafeteria. And like this dude, I barely know him.
Yeah.
Only said what's up to him just a few times.
right,
And he comes up, and I'm drinking my my Mountain Dew,
right,
and he comes up and just slaps the Mountain Dew out of my hand,
yeah,
out of nowhere, and
Dang.
it spills all over me.
oh man,
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's the last time he'll ever do that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because he saw the other side of me,
yeah,
not the nice guy,
right,
not the positive Donnie. He saw the other side and was like, yeah, I gotta stand my ground.
right,
Because I've been through, because when he did that, it brought flashbacks of experiences going through that type of stuff,
right,
like being called the N word and all that.
exactly, yeah,
So I just kind of flipped out, and I told him, I just got up, man. I flipped the table, I flipped the chair, I didn't mean to act up. I felt like a little child in a way, but
Yeah.
it just that moment where, I didn't even know the dude, and he comes up to me and he slaps the Mountain Dew out of my hand while I'm
Right.
drinking it. And I don't even
Right.
know this dude.
right,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so,
no,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so I got up, man, and, there's some things I said, just
Yeah.
kind of like, bro,
right,
do that shit one more time.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then, but he was all shaky because, man, he never seen me like that.
Right.
And everybody in the cafeteria never seen me like that before.
Yeah.
So the dude was all shaking and nervous,
Yeah.
and he knew then that, like, don't ever do that.
Right.
Don't. If I feel disrespectful in any type of way, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
And to me, that's really disrespectful because I don't know the dude.
Right.
I only said what's up to him a few times, and he did that to me. And the thing is, when he did that, he pointed at me,
Right.
and he laughed
Right.
after he did that.
Yeah.
And that flipped. And before that happened, oh, this is crazy. I remember it now. Before that happened, some other homie called me a bitch.
Right. Right.
Right before that happened.
Yeah.
But when they saw me kind of flip out, they're all quiet.
Right.
So the next day came, they're like, man, dude, we gotta be careful what we say around you,
Right.
And I told him, well, you just don't underestimate people,
Right.
I'm a nice dude, I'm down to earth,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Right.
but
Yeah.
like, don't,
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta, fight for your respect at times, because
Right.
unfortunately there's people that are gonna, cross that line and want to either test you or, just have no sense of respect, for somebody.
right,
And at times you gotta check people, or or at times we get checked. I know.
right, yeah,
I know.
oh,
I got
yeah.
checked one time. Always trying to, always like, what's up, what's up, what's up.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I
and
got
then-
checked a couple
then
times.
and then the other person knew how to do this thing, and he did the same thing, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
But
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's
Yeah.
definitely at times we have to fight for our respect, because there will be people out there who want to push it and they want to test us, unfortunately. But
Right.
we can't, like you said, you got to stand your ground.
yeah,
You got to stand your ground. You got to hold your own and let them know, it's not always just smiles and
right,
you
Yeah.
can't always just go about your life disrespecting people or just
Right.
choosing that's the right way, because I feel like some people do that too because of how insecure they are, so they rather
right,
like try to hurt somebody or try to try to poke fun at them so they can get laughs or so they can get
Right.
and that makes them feel good, and those are the kind of people that at times need to get checked, and that just goes anything. There's
Oh, yeah.
people out there who are disrespectful, and I've seen that a lot in jobs too, where
yeah,
where they would just cross the line because they're the customer. And
Right,
customers
yeah.
are always right.
oh my gosh, yeah,
And they don't know how to act, and so there's plenty of times where customers just, will disrespect because they feel like they have that right to,
yeah,
and they just never were grown. They never grew up getting either like in trouble or disciplined or anything because of how they were acting so negatively or how childishly they were acting.
yeah.
And then sometimes we have to remind them, and hey, you need to. I'm just, you don't have to yell at me. You don't have to call me
Right.
names.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there are those people out there who will. So that's why, it's good to know how to fight back against that, whether
Right.
it's with words, and I'm not just saying like curse words or anything like that, but
Right.
playing it smart, and kind of playing that mind game. So there's people out there that want to be disrespectful and talk loud and try to get under your skin, and then you have to maneuver first and show them that that's not going to break you.
Yeah.
That's not going to get to you. It's not going to, build get you all angry into this negative mind state,
Right.
and then know how to maneuver that and kind of bring them down to your level where it's like, it's like, hey, I'm not yelling at you. There's no reason you need to be yelling at me.
Right.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, but if you don't want to understand it, then there's some people that will push that envelope and just really want to physically want to do something. But
Right.
again, it comes down to, fighting for respect
Yeah.
and what you deserve, and then in life, I think it's just like you were saying, being able to overcome some obstacles, like you said, like racial slurs and racial things out there. Man, I had to deal with those too. Where it's like, going through the whole immigration thing. And that's one of the biggest things that still, and kind of is like, man, that's when things are messed up. Because
Right.
the way things are with the whole immigration stuff, it's bad, man. It's just it's a bad situation, and a lot of people have dealt with racism. Unfortunately, that's like one of the things that a lot of us feel like, well, how is this still existing? How is this still
Right.
alive?
Yeah.
But that shows that there's just people out there who want to keep a certain agenda going, you know, and
Yeah.
a certain
Yeah.
way of thinking going when it's
Right.
not necessary no more. You
Right.
know, especially nowadays, you know, the fact that we don't we're a melting pot of just different races, and
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
there's not just one race besides the human race. That's all it is, you know.
Right. Yeah.
It shouldn't be no more, you know, black, white,
Right.
yellow,
Yeah.
green, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Those are it's pigments, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, it's
Exactly.
all it is. It's just different shades of brown or tan or whatever you want to call it, you know.
Yeah.
That's
It's
all it is, you know. And
right.
you know, with me it was just more of the fact of fighting for respect. Yeah, it was respect, you know,
Yeah.
because you know, I was taught to respect, to work hard, to do your best,
Yeah.
to never disrespect anybody, always be nice with everybody. Um, and so when, like I said before, you know, you feel that sense of disrespect coming from a person, or even from like in my perspective, from where I came, what I went through with the whole immigration thing,
Right.
I felt disrespected by the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I you know, I held my head down. I did great in school, graduated. I followed the rules. Yes, sir. No, no. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. I'll, you know, follow the rules. Okay. Everything's done. I went to school, graduated, got a job.
Yeah.
Now I want to pursue something different. Oh, I want to pursue college. Oh, sorry. Nope. You can't do that because a piece of paper says that you're from a different location.
Man.
Okay, let me find a different revenue. I'm fighting for a way to get up there to pursue the American dream. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Because I think it's just only fair. I'm more than proven I'm worthy, or that I'm capable. And,
Yeah.
and you know what the messed up thing about it is? There's more than just me. It's thousands of people that are going through the
Right.
same struggle. It's just the fact that a certain system is keeping a certain sense of oppression against, just because, oh, you're from this country or you're from there.
Man.
You know, it's like, come on, man. You know, and so it's like, you know, I try to, you know, you try to go through this certain route. Okay, that didn't work, going to college because I can't get financial aid. Damn. I can't do it out of pocket because my family doesn't have that kind of money.
Right.
I don't have that kind of money.
Right.
This burger joint job ain't gonna pay for it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's
Especially
true.
at that age, you know, I'm graduate, what, 17, 18, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you know, you try to pursue something different. You try to go a different route. You know, try to go to like a community college. Same situation. Got to pay out of pocket. Got no help from anybody. You know, trying to do it on my own. Trying to be a man. You know, and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, but then it's like, how am I going to be a man when the system's not even letting me? You know,
Right.
how am
Yeah.
I going to be a man?
Yeah.
How am I going to provide for what I want, for what I need, and I don't want to go through the whole route of just having to marry somebody to go and
Right.
through to get a legal thing. You know, it's
Nah,
like, why
bro.
should I have to do that? Why
Right,
should I
yeah.
have to do that? You know what I'm saying? When I can perfectly prove what I'm all about, you know, who I am and what I represent, you know, and what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to steal from anyone, trying to take from anything from anyone. I'm trying to earn mine every single step of the way.
Yeah.
You know, so you fight through those struggles. At least that's been the biggest one, you know. And so,
Man.
and then, you know, you go through another route in a community college, and then you still get no's in your face. No, and try to be a massage therapist. Oh, guess what? Director says we can't take any illegals. What kind of
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of stuff is that, man? So it's like, you know, there's something wrong within the system. It's not about trying to keep the bad guys out,
Right.
trying to keep
Right.
order. No,
Yeah.
it's based 100% on profit, the whole immigration. Because I remember there's a time I didn't have to pay for my license. I didn't have to show extra documentation for that.
Yeah.
Now I have to spend $2,000 every 2 years just to get that little documentation saying, oh, you can work. Oh, you can get your license. When I already did that at one point in my life, I didn't have to show none of that. I didn't have to pay no extra for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's just based on that. I already proved that I've been here since I was a child.
Damn.
It wasn't my fault I was brought over here. It's not our fault that we get brought over here. You know what I mean? And you know, it's not our parents' fault either, because all they're trying to seek is a better life. You
Right.
know,
Exactly.
you're gonna punish a people or a person just because they want to better their life.
Right.
Really? That's what this is about. You know, it's like, nah. So it's like there's those struggles that people will go through that we have to fight through that people don't see. You know, they just see certain things, and that's what we're talking about. You know, we have to be able to see through different perspectives, see other people's um, what they go through, and really take into consideration and feel like, oh, well, dang, like we said in the last episode, be grateful for what you have, the
Yes.
opportunities that are given to you. You know,
Yeah.
because some people don't get those opportunities.
Right.
Some people don't get them handed to you just blah, there it is.
Yeah.
You
Here
know,
it
some
is.
of us have to literally duck punches, fight, break through
Man.
walls. You know, blah, blah, keep hitting and hitting and hitting until our knuckles are purple. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's sometimes, you know, we have to be able to understand that, but then again, be able to know how to fight through things, find different routes, keep fighting, and not letting every knockdown keep you down. Even if you get knocked down twice, 3, 4, 5 times, it's all
Right.
good. You know,
Yeah.
learn from those knockouts. You know, and learn from those fights that you go through, and progress. You know, and so yeah, I mean that's always been mine, man. It's just that has always been my main fight that I always fight, and that is still being fought now. You know, because you know I still going through it. You know, still not getting any ability to say, oh, I'm a citizen. You belong here. You're from here. You know, when it's not, it shouldn't be like that, man. And this
Right.
the whole system is rigged. It's BS.
Yeah.
You know, from my perspective, from
Right.
what I've gone through, the way I've been even seen, and like, you know,
Mhm.
when I went through the whole process, I went to jail because I got a little DUI. You know, and I made a mistake. I didn't hurt nobody. Nothing happened. Thank God. You know, because I
Yeah.
wasn't
Good.
even. It was just a little beer. I had too much. Blew 1 point over the legal limit. You know, okay, I took it. Yeah, no problem. I'll take the responsibility. But then when you go into the whole process, you see how some people think. You know,
Right.
and there are just some people out there, just despicable people, man. Just disgraceful people that have chosen to be a negative person deep inside themselves.
Yeah.
Deep inside themselves, but then
Yeah.
in the outside they show, oh hi,
Right,
hey, my
yeah.
name is Bob.
That
Hey,
fake.
that fakeness, man. And so you know, I saw some stuff that was just, and heard some stuff that was just like, wow, man, some people in this world are just, and that's why we got to fight
Yes.
for like-minded people like us to really join, you know, and join forces, join ideas,
Yeah.
you know, fight for that, fight for a better world, not just for ourselves, but for
Right.
our children, man, for the next
Yeah.
generation, you know.
Yeah. The next
We want to
generation.
lead them. We want to lead them into some BS that's going on right now. Look at how divided we are.
Right.
You know, now we're fighting for who's right, who's wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, you know what I mean? Who? This person is right. This person, no, you're wrong. I don't like your idea, so I'm not gonna talk to you no more.
Right.
Oh no, well, so you don't do that. Well, I don't like you no more. It's division. It's division. It's keeping us separated. We shouldn't have that at all.
Right.
Which is what we need to fight for now. Is we need to fight for connection, unity. You know that needs that's trying to it's trying to be broken up. You know, but we need to keep that unity. We need to be able to understand each other, come together as people, as human beings,
Yeah.
use critical thinking, and
Right.
not just with our emotions and think with emotion and hate
Right.
and anger and no,
Yeah.
you know, we need to think critically.
Right.
But yeah, man, fighting. That's
deep.
you know, it's we gotta be able to know that we all go through a fight. You know, every single one of us,
Yeah.
and at times it's not the same fight.
Right.
You know, and at times some of us don't get knocked down as hard as the others, and some of us don't even get into fights.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and don't even understand what that means or even feels like,
Yeah.
which is fine. But
Yeah.
we can't just close off our minds and think, oh, well, I don't know. Well, that person, he's crazy. That person's crazy. What is he talking about? Crazy to me, those kind of words, crazy, stupid,
Yeah.
idiot, those are words that are dismissive.
Right.
You know, that you're not even trying to get to understand or even understand another person's struggle or fight or what they
Exactly.
go through. You know, and then because plenty of us go through certain things like that, you know, white, black, brown, we all go
Yeah.
through our fights, man.
Exactly.
And sometimes they're mental fights, sometimes they're physical fights,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes they're just struggles within what we're doing, like we just
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
being able to understand the fight that we go, because we all go through fights,
Right.
you know, and being able to do that it just leads to even better growth, better understanding of each other,
Yeah.
and that, man, I guarantee will lead to just greater things
Yes.
as a whole.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's freaking
But
awesome.
yeah, man. I mean, I keep saying it, but yeah, that's been one of my major fights is just dealing with that whole thing of illegal immigration. And just to set the record straight,
Man, that's
people that are in the same
crazy.
continent are not immigrants. We're migrants because we're
Right.
moving from one place
To
within that same continent in the same land.
yeah.
Just to set that down.
That's crazy. That's
I know that
crazy.
has nothing to do with anything, but I mean, it's just
No, that's
it's
that's
the
good.
migrant. That's migrants. People that migrate within the same land are
Right.
migrants, not immigrants.
Yeah. 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 Damn.
But yeah, man. Other than that, I mean, physical fights, I had them, at one point, and for me, like I said again, I think it's a good thing because it teaches you a lot about yourself.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying go out there and pick a fight or do
Right.
this or nah. It's don't be scared. Don't be scared when a fight comes your way. Don't be scared. Don't let anybody push you around. Don't let anybody try to diminish who you are.
Right.
Stand for your own.
Yeah.
Fight for your own, for who you are, what your beliefs are,
Yeah.
and always keep your beliefs in a. Again, it's a choice. This is your life. You guys, these are just suggestions. These are experiences that we're talking about.
Yeah.
But again, your life is your life. You choose to do whatever you want. And but it's always try to push for positivity, more understanding, more strength, instead of negativity and closed-minded and selfishness.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's freaking deep and it's incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Especially how deep we can get with fighting.
Yeah.
Because it's a battleground. And it's
Right.
crazy because every obstacle or every adversity that we overcome, if we overcome an adversity, then that adversity is going to produce a new skill
Right.
for you to acquire
Right.
for the next fight.
Exactly.
It gets you prepared for the next fight.
Yeah.
And each preparation, like you said, strengthens you more.
Yeah.
And so that's incredible right there.
And I
Because
think that's something we need to keep in mind, especially nowadays, man. You just look at the stuff that goes through our phones and the news feeds. This side's right, this side's wrong.
right,
You know what I mean? There's so much division,
Yeah.
and we should be able to overcome that. We should see that and take it as like somebody out there. There's a group of people out there trying to push a certain agenda, and they're trying to push for a negative agenda or a positive agenda.
yeah,
But the main thing we need to keep in mind too is that people, us, the people,
yeah.
the ones that
Us, yeah,
that run the show, the ones that keep the life and blood. We're the life and blood source of this society, of the way everything is of this system.
yeah,
The workers, the 9 to 5ers, the all lifers,
yeah,
the all dayers, the ones that don't complain, the ones that just I got to do what I have to do. I got to keep my head down. I got to just keep working and working and working and working my whole life, and then at the
Man.
end, and what do I have? Nothing.
I got
We
shit.
don't got nothing. What? Oh, okay. You got a little pension plan. You got a little 401k,
Yeah.
80 grand in your pocket. Okay. What is that? Who even knows if we're gonna even have that by the time we get to that point? At that age?
Exactly.
But let's just say 80 grand or 100 grand for what? And you're 70, 80.
Man.
You haven't lived. All you're doing is spending your money going to the hospital, going on prescriptions, and then what happened to your life? We didn't live.
Yeah.
We didn't get to know. We didn't experience. We didn't. You know what I mean? We didn't open our minds to more. This world is huge, and we've been kept in a box. We got to fight for more, man. We got to fight to be able to see more, to experience more, to get to know different cultures, get to know different people, get to
Yeah.
know. That would just expand our minds even more, man. Like I know it, So we got to fight for that because we
Right.
we should have that. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to live like that. There's no reason
Right.
why not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Look. It's crazy when I think about it. It's crazy to think that still you go out to Portland to the city,
Yeah.
and then there's been times I've been just driving, right?
Yeah.
And there's times I was just cruising at night, and then and then I just think to myself and look out to the city, like wow, man, like there's There's a city full of people, hundreds, thousands of people in here, but
Yeah.
yet there's still somebody out there that feels lonely, that feels hopeless,
Yeah.
that feels like they don't have nobody, nothing left. There's nothing left for them. Their fight is completely. They feel like they lost. They're done with. You know what I'm saying? That's it. No more. Why? That shouldn't be like that, man. That shouldn't be like
Yeah.
that. Not one bit. So we should fight to be able to end that kind of mentality. That so helpless feeling that we as humans
Yeah.
can feel at times. There's no reason why that should even exist. You know what I mean? That should tell you that something wrong. There's something wrong here. The way we've been shown, the way our society is run, it's wrong. You know,
Yeah.
it's wrong. Yeah, it's good that it's a society that you have to fight for your own and be able to come up and yeah, that's great. But there could still be a society that way, but still be able to understand each other, help each other, progress, move forward, move to something that's bigger, than just mine, 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 mine,
Right.
mine, 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 mine. This mine, mine, mine. Only mine, 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 mine.
Yeah.
Everybody, get away, get away, get away, get away.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Come on.
Yeah.
It's like, man, there's too much room. There's too much technology. There's
Yeah.
too much understanding for us to still continue living this way. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But
It is.
you gotta keep on fighting, man.
Yeah.
Keep on fighting
Right.
for what we deserve,
Yes.
for what we lack as a society, as a people.
Yeah.
Um, we gotta keep on fighting for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for understanding within ourselves, truth within ourselves, progression, change,
Yes.
in every single way. Whatever you believe in, like mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever that may mean to you.
Yeah.
But let it be something positive, something that you can build off of,
Yes.
that everybody feels around you.
Yeah.
That you can give to your kids, to your grandkids, to your nephews, to your aunts, to your dads. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Let it be something positive that you're fighting for. Because if you fight for negativity, it's just you're
Yeah.
always gonna end at the bottom, man.
Yeah.
Always at the bottom. You're always gonna see yourself falling, falling. Why? Why do I always end up in this? Why do I always end up in a bad position? Why is it always in that? It's because you always think negatively.
Right.
You always
Exactly.
You're probably just putting yourself around always negative people.
Right.
Maybe you're always attracting negativity because you're right here. It's all negative.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we got to fight for a stronger mind, stronger hearts, stronger thoughts, and fight for those things as well. We
Yeah.
got to keep the fight positive. I know at times the fight, again, it'll drop us, knock you out cold. Blam.
Yeah.
Where did
Yeah.
that come from? Woo.
Right.
Left hook to the chin.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. Sometimes it comes unexpectedly when it catches you off your guard.
Yeah.
But those are the times when next time you're ready.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. And with that being said, man, that was just a short one.
Yeah.
About, continuing to fight.
Yeah. Continue to fight.
No matter what, no matter what happens, continue to fight, but let that fight always be for positivity, for strength, understanding, love, unity.
Yeah.
Whatever you may need, that you need for yourself to build, to feel happy, to feel peace
Yeah.
within yourself. Keep that fight up, and
Right.
know that there's plenty of us out here that want the same thing.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to, I guarantee you, people with the same mind can come together and create something amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Right. That's amazing. Because if we do connect with each other like that and unify us, unite, then each creativity, each idea, each concept we're just formed in one mind. Because when we come together, it forms just one mind. Because it's just
Right.
the power of one.
Yeah.
One heart, one mind, one body, one spirit.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's amazing you mentioned that. Because
Yeah.
if we just all come together with different cultures, people from different traditions and different backgrounds,
Yeah.
all come together and make something amazing happen.
Yeah.
Make incredible things happen.
Yeah, man. That kind of reminds me when you said that with that one mind, one
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
we all come together, truly come together,
Right.
Selflessly, with no intention of hate
Right.
or envy or anything negative.
Yeah.
It reminds me of this picture that I saw of these kids in a tribe over in Africa.
Okay.
It said they would sit around like in a circle next to each other,
Okay.
and they were so connected to each other that anytime one of them would do something bad or just something out of character that was just, man, that's not you, they would put him in
Yeah.
the middle and tell him all the great things that he is.
Nice.
You know
That's
what I mean?
dope.
All the beautiful things that he is,
Yes.
and what he was doing right there, or what he did was just out of character and was not him.
Yeah.
And that's how unified they were. They would just sit around in a circle, with their feet all together in a circle,
Yeah.
and then the one that messed up or did something that was out of character, and just tell them all the great things that they are, all the great things that they're capable, and remind them
Yeah.
and try to strike that negativity out of them. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
With positivity, and so that's how it should be.
That's exactly.
You know what I mean? That's how it should be, regardless of, again, man, race. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know there's been so much throughout history that has proven otherwise. That has destroyed certain people's mindsets and perspectives of the other person or of this race or of that race.
Right.
But we can kill that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can stop that. We can stop that in this generation
Yeah.
now, by changing the way we think, the ones,
Right.
us,
Us.
the ones that are willing to fight for change, the ones that want change,
Right.
and that are the ones that see that our society needs change,
Yeah.
because it does, man. It does.
Right.
Regardless, it does. And it starts with us.
It
You know,
does.
the ones,
Yeah.
again, like I said, the ones that all of us, the 9 to 5ers, the mailman, the gas attendant, all of us, every single one of us that wants better, that deserves better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't just be the corporate people that are living off what we fight for, what we struggle through.
Right. Exactly.
It's like that we should be we should be benefiting as well. We should be able to have comfort in our minds, knowing that we don't have to worry about tomorrow's bills, or worrying about if our kids are going to be safe, or if I'm going to have enough next month, or am I going to be able to have a nice home, or even own a home? Am I even going to be able to own my own car one day?
Right.
Or am I going to own a car that's not going to be breaking down every single second?
Man.
We shouldn't have to even worry about those things. The amount of people, it's like 95% that think that way out of the whole population.
Yeah.
And that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We can't act like we can't hold our own within our own society. And I don't mean just by getting our house and making sure that we have everything set up for ourselves. I mean,
Right.
not depending on our government,
Right.
or
Exactly.
politicians that don't even care about us.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's been. That's all it's proven. Nothing
Right.
has changed for the better of the people the last 30 years that I've
Yeah.
seen.
For
Nothing
real.
has changed. For what I've gone through, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed for the better of humanity or man, or the human progress.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
It's crazy you mentioned that. That's because the thing that's been rapidly changing for the last 30 years, the only thing that has no feeling and just an object is technology.
Right.
While us human civilization still hasn't rapidly changed. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how we're supposed to be, right? Like the
Right.
few episodes ago, I talked about that,
Yeah.
evolution.
Right.
And that's crazy you mentioned that because,
Yeah.
for the last 30 years, it's like, man.
Even the last, I
Like-
mean, at least from what I've lived through,
Right.
I don't see nothing changed. And it's been
Yeah.
like this. Even I look back in history, even from the 50s, 60s, things have just gotten worse.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It really has.
Man.
And one day this system that we live in, and it's looking like it right now, that's just going to crash and burn.
Yeah.
So we, the people, need to be a little bit more efficient.
Yes.
Be able to not just only depend on the people who have set up this system,
Right.
because we can control the system.
Yeah.
As much as we've worked and we've made them rich,
Yeah.
we can make our lives rich by taking back that power, because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how this society was built, is for the people, by the people. We were the ones that would dictate what was going to come into our communities, what was going to go out of our communities,
Right.
who was truly going to be elected. Now it's just about who has this,
The money. Yeah, exactly.
which is banks, national banks,
Yeah.
foreign banks,
Right.
corporations.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, guys,
Yes.
keep up that good fight.
Yeah.
Keep fighting. Don't stop fighting no matter what.
Right.
When you get knocked down, receive that punch, eat it, bam,
Yeah.
and then come back stronger,
Yes.
smarter, and you know what? Happier, knowing that you've gotten to know yourself even better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's true.
that's us again, guys. On the next one, we'll catch you like always.
Yeah.
And much love. Peace out to everybody out there.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
again, we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Take care.